Hey everybody, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. I am Wee Wonders, and I am being called to do another reading. As you can see, there are a group of highlighters in front of you. There's the green, yellow, orange, pink, and purple. Sorry. The green one was kind of out of picture. But just pick whichever one or multiple ones you are drawn to. The subject for today's reading is going to be what needs highlighted. And this is spirit-led. So if you need more time to pick out your pile or piles, go ahead and pause this and focus. In the meantime, I am going to go ahead and shuffle out for the green pile. So pile 1, green. All right. And we got one card that fell out already. Let's see. To the sea. All right. So we're kind of feeling like we're stuck and stranded, maybe even lost. Just an observation. You're observing things. Okay. I do want to point out that the green is also a color of the heart. With the chakras. I don't know if you can see my chakra tattoo, but green is the color for the heart right here, as is pink. Looks like we're going through some changes or looking for things to change. I keep staring at this, in this photo, this face in the clouds up there above this person in the boat. And I actually have a story about that. When I went kayaking with my family, oops, bumped the table. When I went kayaking with my family, I saw a face in the clouds, and it was just, it's a beautiful reminder that, you know, you're not alone, even if it feels like you're alone. And you do have many choices here. Sometimes we forget that we have so many choices and options. Sometimes it's hard for us to remember. Okay, so let's go the distance. Do you feel like you're racing? Wow. Okay, so I'm not going to take the ones that flew out, but I am going to take the one that flipped over. And it said, the High Lady of Love and Compassion, Reverence, Kindness, Consideration. Okay, remember I was talking about the heart? Alright, so it looks like we might be having some options for love. And this doesn't always mean romantic. You could just be observing your friendships as well. Kindness within your own heart. We've got some new beginnings coming up. Ooh. Multiple flew out and flipped over. Okay. So we got the Eagle King, the big picture, angelic help. Remember I was saying the man in the sky, that we're not alone? You know, there is always someone you can rely on, other than just you, you know? There is angelic help. There is your loved ones that have passed. They're always there. Your spirit animals. We've got an eagle here. And with the eagle bursting from this gentleman's crown, just tells me you're going to be getting some bigger ideas. I definitely get that you need to rest. We got the resting tree with patience and stillness. And there is a lot of green in this card. Spend some time in nature. I know around here it's starting to get colder. And soon it will be covered in snow. We got the chess queen, trust and strategizing. Okay, so it's looking like you're tossing around ideas and just needing some help, right? You feel like you've been running for a long time. And it might feel like you've been working so hard and not getting anywhere, but you actually are getting much further than you think. In the Fire Prince, optimism, aggression. Okay, so maybe it's frustrating you. You feel like you're not getting anywhere, Group 1, but you are getting further than you think. I feel like with the observer and the resting tree and stillness, and even with the water here, a comment that they want to highlight for you is that, reflect on how far you really have come. And do that with kindness, okay? That's why the High Lady of Love and Compassion came out. Maybe this group is a little bit rougher on themselves than they need to be. And maybe a little bit of perfectionism. And I understand that. It's taken me a while to look back on my own self and not be so hard on myself. It does take practice. If you are feeling stuck and you're feeling like you're stuck in your mind, or like you just keep running around like a hamster in a wheel, don't forget you can ask for help. You can ask spirits that are on your team for help. You can ask other people, and trust yourself that you are making the right moves. You see the chess queen, she's on that chessboard. Now, what I know about chess is that making the right moves, you don't even have to move a whole lot in order to win the game. You just need to make the right moves and trust in yourself. So I was saying about like the observing different ideas, it does say strategizing on there. And it does, it does take patience to be able to sit and strategize on, what changes need to be made, what changes have already been finished. But Spirit just wants to highlight that you're being a bit harder on yourself than you need to be. You're much further than what you think you are. And if you reflect on yourself a bit more, you'll see that you've actually come quite far. Remain optimistic about these changes and when you view yourself, and not be so aggressive with it, okay? Spend time out in nature and ground. Those are messages that I have for you, Group 1. Just remember, be kind to yourself, please, and thank you. And remember that Spirit loves you. You've got people looking out for you, okay? You're not alone. You got that face in the sky. you have many of loved ones looking out after you. Okay, group 1. I'm going to move on to group 2. I hope that that was helpful to you. Give me a thumbs up if you liked that. Thank you very much. All right. So those of you who chose the yellow color, we are going to go ahead and do your reading. All right. And I have not shuffled any of these cards out. I am shuffling them on camera. That way you can just see. I really like when the cards flip out and like that. We got the Metal King, Discipline, Armor, and Boundaries. Okay, okay. And that Mask. Self-sabotage. Oh dear. Okay, group 2. You've been having a really rough time, haven't you? So yellow, you know, that's in the belly, and I'm showing you my chakra tattoo. The yellow is in our belly. It has to do with our willpower, our strength, our stamina. Now, it looks to me like people have been wearing a mask around you, and it's really causing you some problems. Maybe you've been wearing a mask as well. Do we have people that are on the spectrum in this group? Sometimes it's really hard to put that mask down because we've been judged so much. And we've got poverty consciousness popping up here too. All right, what else we got? The Arrow Master, hitting the mark, intention, and detachment. Okay, so I feel like this group, this may not resonate for all of you, but if you are dealing with bullies, the Arrow Master is just giving you the reminder to detach from what these people are saying. And don't self-sabotage. Don't talk to yourself the way that they have, because it's not accurate. You see, the thing is, their messages didn't come from love. Their messages came from jealousy and hate and envy. Okay, and there's a big difference. I feel like life in general has worn this group out. And Spirit just wants to highlight that you're not what they have said. Goodness. Chaos and conflict. And you're not who you're telling yourself in your head either. With hitting the mark and the Middle King, I feel like somebody has been hitting you in your willpower, in your solar and sacral, and it's just impacting your will to live. It's causing some depression. It's causing you to be extremely sad. Group 2, I'm so sorry to hear this. But I feel like I'm just confirming, you know, that has happened, but also that it's not true. You're building yourself up, and Spirit wants to build you up too with the truth, not, they want to build you up with the truth. I get that one of your spirit guides, if you have ever wondered, one of your spirit guides with the Metal King here is Archangel Michael. If you resonate or feel drawn to angels, I definitely feel like Archangel Michael is one of your guides. Call on Archangel Michael because they will help you with your boundaries. They will help you build that armor around your stomach, so that you won't take things so seriously and detach. They'll also help you with listening to your intuition and trusting yourself so that you can make actual good friends that will want to build with you, group 2. Because we've got building blocks here. I do see the number 10 repeatedly already, just on 3 different cards, okay? There's a group, there's 10 here, 3 plus 7 is 10, 2 plus 8 is 10, okay? And 10 is like an ending and new beginning. So I definitely get that you're going through some endings and new beginnings, especially with yourself and people, other people. You're learning all that glitters is not gold, and look at that other mask there. So many people have been wearing masks, and it's like masks are off and you're seeing people as they really are, group 2. And that hurts, it really does. A comment that they want to talk about is the poverty consciousness. And the card just fell on the floor. They said throw it down. Between worlds was what fell on the floor. They said throw it down. Okay? So it's like you're in this darkness and they're trying to pull you to this lighter, brighter side of yourself. Throw it down. Spirit said let it go. Detach. You're not that way anymore. You don't need them. You're so looked after. Look. You're so looked after, and there is a face up in the sky, okay? You have someone looking out after you. Even if you're feeling like this, you're not alone. We always have loving spirits around us, you know? Like, I think everybody on earth has lost someone that they love, that is still very much alive in spirit and still very much watches over them, whether it be humans or animals. We all have somebody that looks after us and makes sure we're okay, you know. Ah, there we go. Tick-tock. Okay. So it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. The fate, look at that. Before things turn around for you again with that poverty consciousness, okay? But you do need to realize and remember that all that glitters is not gold. A lot of these people that are walking around with lots and lots of money aren't really happy. You know, it's like, yeah, they seem successful, but they're not really, because they're sad. And I think that the most successful people are happy and whole and at peace with themselves and the decisions that they have made. Here and now. Focus on here and now. And also with the egg here, there's the fertility with the building blocks here. You're working on something, okay? And maybe with that poverty consciousness coming out, you're working on like a new job, a new perspective with your job. and it's only a matter of time. And look, you see the hands there. I'm being drawn to the hands and the clock, but mostly the hands here as like, you know, the universe's hands are reaching out to you. Are you going to grab them? Group 2. Ooh. Assistance and control. Okay. Don't forget you can ask for help. And with the control part, I get with the control and detachment here, I feel like, you know, yes, we are supposed to micromanage the universe when we are manifesting and building things, but we aren't supposed to hold on to so much control. I've actually had a dream about a horse lately, and I take that as my sign. I have been, I need to let go of having control over so much, you know? So I feel like group 2, you're dealing with, you know, the control and that willpower, but also with that, all that glitters, you have such a strong solar and sacral chakra. You know, when you're feeling good, you're feeling really good. And I want you to focus on that, feeling better, more optimistic, and detaching from the outcome of things, and like detaching from having control, because you've already spoken to the universe what it is that you want. Now it's just a matter of the tick-tock time, right? You know, things are being built behind the scenes. They want you to just focus on the here and now rather than so much in the future. Because what's fated for you won't miss you. It will come right to you. Okay, group 2. I hope that helped. And I hope that you come back and let me know what awesome things come into your life, because I would love to hear about that, like how things turn around for you. You know. And thank you very much for letting me read for you, pile 2. I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile 3. Alright, so those who chose pile 3 with the orange, let's go ahead and get your cards pulled. There we go. Ooh, Diamond Dreamer. Alright, so you see things in your dreams. You're very special with your dreams. Group 3, that's exciting. Material wealth and true prosperity. Beautiful. The Lady of the Mirror, reflection, non-judgment. Okay, so some highlights that Spirit wants to point out is that you are a dream worker and a shadow worker. You're great at reflecting. It says true prosperity, and I think you're very abundant with your gifts and abilities, group 3. The Swan Queen, transformation, intuition, and patience. Okay, you're highly gifted, highly intuitive. You do lots and lots of work. I wouldn't be surprised if you're, you know, doing shadow work while you're dreaming as well. this group, I vibe with you very much. And something before I get further into the cards, I want to point out the orange is for the sacral chakra. Okay, I believe it's the sacral chakra is the orange one, and that has to do with like your reproductive organs, and your digestion. It's within your stomach area, and so I get that you are very like creative when it comes to manifesting. You can manifest many things at once. And I'm just drawn to the hands in these cards here. I get that you might be a Reiki healer. Blessed. You are definitely blessed. You are so blessed when it comes to your gifts and abilities, group 3. Holy moly. Like, I mean, I feel like the universe is even in awe of you. Like, do people try and reach out and touch you all the time? Because I get that the gentleman is like reaching his hands out to grab something, okay? And I get that it's because you're so bright. You're this bright light. Ooh, time for a nap. Oh, okay. And clever too. Yep. Regeneration. You are fantastic at healing. Regenerating yourself, regenerating other people, growing, developing, becoming something new. That time for a nap and also the reflection. I get that spending time in nature is incredibly healing for you and can help you maximize your healing. Especially if you take like a nap outside, if you're able to. And if you didn't know, foxes are one of your spirit animals. And they do, as well as swans. There is a swan in the Swan Queen card. It's only a matter of time. Tick-tock. It's only a matter of time before things come to fruition. Ooh, come to the edge. And happy. They want you to take that leap of faith. You've been thinking about something and tossing up the ideas. Something that's going to be a big change for you, group 3. And they're saying, you know, you're right there on the edge. This could be could be about love, something that you love, or a person. And they're saying, go for it. Between worlds, you're kind of stuck in the middle. So you see how it looks kind of dark and grim over here, but then over here it's so light and bright. You're moving from, you're moving from the shadows to the light. Spirit's saying they want you to take that leap, though. Come to the edge. Come to the edge with them and see how far you've come. Take some time to reflect on how far you've come, because you have come so far, group 3. Spirit is just in awe of you and what you've done. You've done a lot, and I mean truly a lot of work. Lots of focus on the hands in these cards as well. I don't know if I mentioned Reiki or not, but you seem to be like a Reiki master, or maybe that's something that you're wanting to do. I definitely feel like that's confirmation for some. And if you're looking for confirmation on whether you should or shouldn't, go for it. But group 3, it's only a matter of time before your healing is like, I keep being drawn to this regeneration card, and it's like you've been planting seeds of healing and planting seeds of your health and wealth. And it's all coming in. Just, while you're waiting, don't forget how blessed you are, okay? I know things have been really hard. Like, working in the shadows is so difficult to do. And I feel the same way. It has been exhausting. A lot of times we need to take more naps because it's just, it takes so much of our mental to be able to reflect and go back and forth between what it is that we were and who we are now. And with our intuition as well. Sometimes it can be draining when we're working on listening to our intuition. But group 3, Spirit just wants to, highlight that you're right where you need to be. You're right on track. Things are coming in. And that you are a fantastic healer. And they are just in awe of you. And I think that's what they more so wanted to highlight today. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that you got what you needed. I hope that maybe I can read for you again sometime. I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye. All right, group 4. I'm gonna write it down so we got it. Group 4 with the pink. Alright, and I'm just gonna take a drink real quick. I have not pulled any cards yet. Alright, let's start with that one. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Whoa. Okay. I will keep that Phoenix card. Let's see. Actually, you know what? So you are a Phoenix, but I feel like maybe we need to start over. Okay. Before I really get started, I do want to point out that the color pink is the heart chakra color. It is also the color of compassion as well. There we go. The Lady of the Gift, generosity, receiving, and withholding. So what I was saying about the heart, generosity, you have many gifts. The Arrow Master, hitting the mark, intention, and detachment. And then the Cosmos, creativity and vastness. Okay, there is lots of blue here, especially dark blue with the third eye color. All right, some comments. Look at this. So you see how she is like blowing it out, like blowing a kiss. And then in this card, how that moon is like blowing out the sparkles. You see that? Okay, so group 4, a comment that Spirit wants to highlight is the fact that you speak things into existence. And you do it with precision with the Arrow Master here, okay? You bring things to light. You illuminate things. You're incredibly gifted. Now, Spirit is also saying that you're great at detachment, even if you don't feel like you are. Because you just have the ability, sorry, that was too many. You just have the ability to manifest. And you're so generous. There is a big highlight with your heart here. You create things from the heart. And you're so generous. Maybe you might struggle with receiving things, though. And Spirit said, why? Why are you struggling with receiving? And they want you to see, she's reaching out to the book. Figure out why. Does it make you feel guilty? Does it make you feel bad? And that's something we need to work on, huh? Come to the edge. You're being called to make a decision, to take a leap of faith with this next thing that you're bringing in. You might be feeling the nudges for it. Orphaned. Oh, look. She's on the cliff. But then this one says orphaned. And it was upside down. So, it was upside down, which usually means the opposite. So you're not feeling orphaned. You're not feeling alone and abandoned. Or maybe if you are, this is a reminder that you are not being abandoned by the universe. You're just meant to take a leap of faith. You're meant to accept the gifts that the universe is reaching out to give you. You know, you're speaking it into existence, and I just want to ask, are you speaking kindly to yourself? And if not, why? It all goes back to the why. I think that's a big focus. And Treasure Island. And again with these hearts here. There's hearts in this card and hearts in that one as well. Can I get another card on this Treasure Island for more clarification, please? To be fair. Gotcha. Okay, so the card, I asked for a clarifier on this Treasure Island card, just for a little bit further information, and it popped out with to be fair. Some of you might be a Libra. I mean, you don't have to be, but it's just, you know, she's balancing the scales. And then I also saw the never-ending story here, where it's again like she's like stuck on the cliff here. But, you know, Spirit wants you to remember that you're not actually stuck, and you're not alone, and you're not abandoned. You know, it might seem unfair right now. Things might seem unfair right now. but you are the whole treasure chest, okay? You have a bunch of gifts, and you are going to be receiving gifts. We got to work on not feeling guilty when we receive the gifts, okay? But it is a matter of time here that things are going to be coming in for you, and it will be fair. I know things have been hard, Group 4, especially in our mental space and in our hearts. Especially if you've been feeling alone or like you've been left behind. But you are just on the edge of something new, okay? Like a breakthrough. You're getting like a breakthrough. What's on the bottom of this one? The camel boy. Asking for help. Taking small steps. You know, working towards your goal each and every single day in the ways that you possibly can will help you get there, okay? Just don't give up. Don't forget that you can ask for help. Ask the universe for help. Ask your ancestors, your spirit guides for help. We've got an owl here in this card. And we got more birds than some of the other ones. So, and then the turtle typically means like go at your own pace or even slow down. But you're definitely not alone. And going at your own pace, there is nothing wrong with that. You know, it just ensures that you're not going to be overworked. Okay. So Group 4, that is what I have for you. I hope that that was helpful. Those are things that Spirit wanted to highlight for you today. Okay? Just, you know, don't forget you're not alone. Things are coming in. Alright? Alright. I hope I get to read for you again sometime soon. You take care. See ya. Alright, so Group 5 with the purple highlighter. Alright. I need to grab myself a drink real quick. Alright. Let's see. So, what does Spirit want to highlight for you today? Group 5. So, before the cards start popping out, I do want to comment that the purple, there we go, purple is the color for the crown. You know, it's where we can generate ideas. It's our connection to Spirit. So they want to point out your crown is very important. Let's see, we got yin, which is like the receiving energy. And then tick-tock. Oh, okay. Oh. So, Group 5, if you are thinking by chance that you are pregnant, like if you could be pregnant, you might want to go and get a test done, because we got yin, which is like the receiving energy. It's also like a feminine energy. And we got TikTok, and then we have new life, okay? So could be a pregnancy message, could also be that, you know, you're going to have something new come into your life. You're going to give birth to something new. Soulmates did pop out. Look at these little hearts. And then this person like has the key to that person's heart, okay? And then we have community, you know, and whether it's like an actual baby or, you know, a project that you're working on that's like a baby to you, it always helps when we're not doing it by ourselves. All right. And then we have the hungry ghosts, obsessions, scarcity, the web weaver. Okay, so you're manifesting and you're bringing things in. Something that they want to highlight is don't be obsessed about it. Like whether it's projects that you're working on or trying to bring in a new life, like a baby. Don't obsess over it, because that can actually block you. And it can take longer with the TikTok here. The Horse King here with assistance and control. The assistance part is like with the community part, you know. Don't be scared to ask for help on these projects and on these new things. And especially, you know, if a baby does come into your life, you're going to need that community. Don't be scared to ask for help. And don't be scared to ask for help even before your baby gets here. Because we all know it takes a village. It takes community for that. We got Gaia's garden here as well. Fruition, abundance, and reaping what you sow. Okay? So like I was saying with manifestation, that is just more confirmation that you're working on manifesting things and bringing things into existence. Spirit's highlighting that you've been working an awful lot, and maybe you need to take some time to rest. Spend some time out in nature to help you regenerate your energy. We got bottom of the deck is to the sea. Some of you might be feeling like you're in this alone, or like you don't have much help. But in this card, there is a face up here in the clouds, okay? You're not ever alone. You do have loved ones looking out for you, and oh my goodness, even on this soulmates card, okay? There's a face up there in the clouds. Okay? So, you are being looked after. You're not alone. I think those are like the biggest reminders that Spirit has for you today. Like, just, you know, keep working on your manifestations. Ask for help. Don't be scared to ask for help. And don't be obsessive, because it can cause you blocks. Learn to detach and not hold so much control. It's like holding the reins on the horse, right? If you hold too hard, the horse can't move like they need to. Okay, so that was a very quick reading for you, Group 5. But I hope that helped. And, you know, I'm really excited. Let me know, you know, what you find out. If you feel called to it, definitely. You know, I'm not gonna ask for your personal stuff, but I'd like to know, you know, either way. I hope that this was helpful. Thank you very much for letting me read for you, and I hope I get to read for you again sometime. Bye-bye.